What's poppin'? It's your boy JayComedy. How y'all doing today? How am I doing? Oh, I feel spectacular. This is a pretty good day. Even though it's kind of cold outside, it's good. But anyway, this is an XJW video, so you know what to do. Hit the like button to help the YouTube algorithm show it to as many people as possible. This is what you do anytime you see an XJW video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. You know what? I like your dark colored underwear you're wearing. Most people wear dark colored underwear, so if you compliment them, they'll subscribe to your channel. And they wear dark colored underwear because, you know, nobody's really confident about white underwear. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Today, I want to talk to you guys about what's inside of you. You know, like the guts and stuff. No, not the guts, but basically what you're born with. Now, I was born 37 years ago. Not exactly. My birthday is November 7th. Mark it on your calendars. We're going to have a party. But I was born a long time ago. And when I was born with a lot of things. Like, I didn't need to be taught how to eat. I didn't need to be taught how to poop. I didn't really need to be taught how to walk. I'm sure if nobody would have helped me, by the time I was 6 or 7, I would have figured it out. I had to learn how not to pee in the bed. That was difficult. That was very difficult. I still struggle with that when I have one of them dreams, you know, the one with the toilet right there, and you're like, oh, let me just urinate right here. What could go wrong? Ha! You're unconscious. That's what's wrong. And you're not in the toilet. You're in the bed. But anyway, the point is, you have most of the stuff that you're born with, the stuff that helps you survive, the things that you need in order to live and prosper in the world, for the most part, you're born with it. Your body regularly self-regulates and cleans itself. You didn't need to be taught how to poop. Your body doesn't need to be taught how to get all the nutrients out the food and kick out all the waste. Your body doesn't need to be taught that. When you have a child, for the most part, nobody has to teach you how to love that child, how to want to do right by that child, how to, you know what I mean? Like, just really make sure that child is in the best position possible. Nobody has to teach you that. It just comes with the territory. Unless you have a condition and you're crazy, which is possible. But let's talk about the stuff you do need to be taught. And think about what type of person teaches these lessons. You know? If you were to go up to somebody, right? Somebody who was never a Jehovah Witness. Somebody who has a kid. Somebody who loves their kid, right? But their kid is out here having premarital banging sessions with people. And not only are they having these premarital banging sessions, they aren't even sorry or repentant about it. They're like, yeah, I did it and I'll do it again. I'm going to do it in 20 minutes when I get myself back together. You know what I'm saying? Technically, they're sinners. And the love of their mother should be removed from them. But guess what? If somebody was never a Jehovah Witness, and if, for the most part, right, these people were just with their kid, there's no way you can convince somebody in a normal setting that they should no longer associate with their child. Nobody can convince you to do that. That is something you have to learn. That is something you have to be taught. Do you get that? Why would somebody teach you that lesson? Why would any group on the planet sit back and say, you know what? People really need to learn how to cut off their kids. Kids need to learn how to get on without their parents and brothers and siblings, and people need to really learn this type of things. You know how evil you gotta be to even want to teach somebody that? Now, I get it. People are like, you know, this is what God wants. This is how we interpret the Bible to what God wants. But you're also, in that sense, to me, if you believe in God, disrespecting God completely. You know what I mean? Because God gives you pretty much whatever you need. And if he had a switch inside of your body in which you could be like, oh, guess I gotta cut off my kid, There'd be a switch in your body in which you'd be able to stop loving them and easily do that. But that's no switch. There's no such thing as that switch. And not only does that switch not exist, people in general have an amazingly hard time to do things like that. And if I'm being honest, and if you're being honest with yourself, you know what it feels? It feels unnatural. It doesn't feel like the right thing to do. You're not CashApp? There's a lot of times in life where you feel like things are normal and things are right and things are okay. And things are going exactly the way they're supposed to go. And then you have a warning system in your body when things are not going right. You have a security system. I said security weird there. You have a security system inside of your body that alerts you to say, hey, something's not right about this. And I've been a Jehovah's Witness long enough to know that that security system is yelling and screaming anytime you hear, oh, this person can't be with their parents, or their parents can't meet with their grandkids, or something like that because somebody banged somebody and they weren't married, or they were married to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a feeling, a warning, a security system inside of your body that we're just completely ignoring, huh? Like, wow, I don't want to cut off my kid. That doesn't seem right to me. This is something you have to be taught, ladies and gentlemen. Everything you need to survive, you pretty much got it inside of you to help you. You got to learn the nuances of living in today's society and not living in a forest. But outside of that, all the stuff you need to know, pretty much, you know, you're good. All the craziness is talking about cutting off your parents and cutting off your siblings and friends. That doesn't feel natural. That's something you got to learn, you know? And, oh man, anybody who would like to teach a lesson like that, they themselves are a horrible person. This is common knowledge stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is not nothing that I'm trying to persuade you into. The stuff that I'm saying right now is stuff you should already know. Now, if I was a worldly person, a person born into the world and did not know the love of Jehovah as I grew up, I was born into the organization, so I know all about it. You can't hit me with that line, your company line, oh, you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you just don't understand. You can't hit me with the company line, I work for the company, I got fired. No, I didn't get fired, I quit in protest. I said, you guys can't beat off. I quit. And by quitting, I mean you don't turn in a letter, you just fade away. That's how I quit. They're like, man, Jay ain't been here in a couple years. I guess he's not here no more. Like, that's how I quit. No, okay. But seriously though, everything you need to know in life in order to survive, for the most part, you're born knowing. Nobody has to teach you these things. You're not CashApp. Nobody has to go out of their way to make sure that you go step by step to do this task that's extremely hard to do. You know how hard it is to go against your body? It's extremely hard. Have you ever had to poop and you was just like, ain't no toilet near? And your body was like, well, you better find something. You know how hard that fight is? Because at the end of the day, what is inside of you, it's extremely hard to fight. And Jehovah's Witnesses know that. Why do you think they've demonized sex so much? Why would you think they would do that? They demonize that because they know how hard the struggle is. And chances are, you're going to mess up. And if you mess up, you know what they get to do? Disfellowship you. And now you don't get to speak to your family and friends. And since you can't speak to your family and friends, you get sad, you get scared, you start thinking these crazy messed up thoughts, and then next thing you know, you've sacrificed yourself. And you're coming back to the organization. Oh, I gotta come back to Jehovah. I don't want to feel this pain ever again. That's not an accident. That's not an accident at all. That is a design working perfectly. That's what they've designed. That's what they've put out. They want their members to be disfellowship at some point. Or they want their members to experience that feeling. Even if it's not directly them being disfellowship, The feeling of knowing what it would have, what they would go through if they did get this fellowship, the losing of the friends, the losing of the social structure, all those things. This is you being taught to be scared. This is you being taught to fear for your mental and physical freedom sometimes, They're not above saying, oh, you leave Jehovah, you might go to jail. I'm just throwing that out there. It's horrible, y'all. It's horrible, and I know y'all understand what I'm saying. When you're in that religion and they take away everything and everybody that you love, it's extremely hard to recover from that psychologically. They know that. That's why they do it. They can't punch you. They can't put their hands on you, but they can rip you apart mentally. Oh, they can do that. And that's why they have the disfellowshipping thing. That's what it is. And the funny part is, well, it's not funny, but the part in which you realize you have to participate in your own brainwashing. You have to be at the meetings and you have to learn a lot about the organization for you to be able to ignore that alarm clock going off in your body saying, hey, this ain't right. This don't feel normal. This doesn't feel the way anything good is supposed to feel. Watch it. Something's wrong here. Something is not right about this. For you to be able to ignore that, that takes you learning the craziness of that organization. So just know that going forward. If ever you feel bad, if ever you feel like, I'm a terrible person for this, for shunning somebody or not being there for them when I was inside the organization, just know that's something that you were taught. And your real, actual, intelligent body was saying, yo, this don't feel right. This don't feel right. I felt love before. I know how love works. You can't tell me how love works. I know how it works. You want to be around people you love, and you don't throw them to the side for committing a sin. Are you kidding me? We all sin, right? And if we all sin, then we should all be forgiven for whatever sins. It's kind of meanie. But anyway, it's just something for y'all to think about. I've been thinking about it. Now I got it out my mouth, so I ain't got to think about it no more. I hope y'all having a great day. I'm having a great day. Holla at your guala. Deuces.